Huh. I honestly don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. I cannot believe this is real. But Tim Tebow is expected to sign a one-year deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He will be playing as a tight end for them. This just goes to show I have no clue what's going on in the NFL in 2021. We have no idea where we're going moving forward. I mean, I don't... Tim Tebow coming back to the league after 8 years of being gone, and now he's going to play tight end for the Jaguars. Well, I mean, you know what? I shouldn't be surprised. First of all, you know, the fact that Urban Meyer is the head coach of the Jaguars pretty much explains why Tim Tebow's even going to get this opportunity in the first place. Now, I'm not about to sit here and give my whole opinion on Tim Tebow as a player because that debate will never end. The people who support him will sit there and say, oh, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. He won a national championship. And despite being raw as a quarterback, he took a 1-4 Broncos team to the playoffs and beat the Steelers in the wild card. So he won a playoff game. And after that, no one gave him a chance. And the people on the opposite side say, yeah, well, he wasn't a good quarterback. You can clearly see it from that first year. Despite what he was doing, he was not a great quarterback. He didn't show improvement. And teams clearly didn't like what they saw from him in training camp. And back again, oh, but they never gave him a chance. The Jets didn't give him a chance. You went to New England, they didn't give him a chance. Yeah, coaches didn't like what they saw. And you could just go back and forth with that, and I'm not about to do that. I'll say this about Tim Tebow, man. The guy is box office. I mean, this man he had his 1 year of shine way back in 2011, and it's a decade later, and we're still talking about this man. During that time, he went on to go play baseball. He's been on the ESPN talking about college football. Now, all of a sudden, he's back playing football again. I mean, we have consistently talked about Tim Tebow throughout this last decade. The man is box office. He is going to bring attention to your team. So him going to Jacksonville is definitely going to garner attention from a lot of people. People are going to be watching this Jaguars team next year, not for Trevor Lawrence, but to see how this is going to work out. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, this kind of takes some of the shine off of, you know, shining attention off of Trevor Lawrence. So let's just make this assumption, even though, you know, I believe he's going to do well. I think he's going to have a great rookie season. I'm expecting Jaguars to take strides. But let's just say in this situation, Trevor Lawrence doesn't exactly start off great. So he's off to a rough start in his rookie year, and he hasn't performed, you know, fantastic, or at least the way everyone expected him to be, you know, being the #1 overall pick. Let's say he's struggling early on. The main focus isn't going to be about Trevor Lawrence's struggles. It's going to be about this whole situation with Tim Tebow. Because here's the funny thing. If Tim Tebow fails to be effective at all at the tight end position, people are going to sit back and make fun of him and comment on that and say, what are you doing, man? Why are you even back? After all this time, you're coming to play a position you never played. Of course you weren't going to make it. Of course you weren't going to be successful. That would be the story if he fails. If he succeeds at playing the tight end position, so many people are going to be like, see, we told you. We said you should have switched to being a tight end back in 2011. You didn't listen to us. We told you. Switch positions. You're not a quarterback. Become a tight end. You could have made it in this league. You didn't listen to us. Now, a decade later, here you are trying it. You're saying you had success. Look at all the years you wasted. That's definitely going to be the story. So, Tim Tebow, he's going to be the big attraction for Jacksonville. And people are going to be watching that situation very closely. So, you know what? A lot of attention going to be taken off of, and some pressure is going to be taken off of Trevor Lawrence to deliver in his rookie year, which I guess is going to help them. Plus, you know, getting that extra attention to Jacksonville football, that's also great. But, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. For me, I'm not going to sit there and say that Tim Tebow can't, you know, play the position, even though we have no evidence of him being able to do so. I'll say this. There are 3 things you need to be able to do as a tight end. At least, well, I'm not going to say 3 things. Well, yeah, 3 things that go along the tight end position because this is a skill position. You have to be able to do at least one of these 3 things. If you can do all three of these things, that's make you know, at the end of the day, if you can do all 3 of these specific aspects, you're a great tight end. But if you can do at least one of these, you can be an effective tight end. Number 1, can you block? We've never really seen Tim Tebow block, so Good luck with that. Good luck taking on these defenders. Never seen Tim Tebow block, so I'm interested to see how that's going to work out. Number 2, can you gain any separation from defenders? Because, again, even though you're a tight end, you're going to be playing sometimes. As a tight end, you still got to do the same moves as a receiver. You got to get open. You got to get separation. Can a 34-year-old Tim Tebow get separations from defenders today and somehow get open? I am very interested to see if he can pull that off. And the third aspect, can you catch the football? Can you catch the football? Tim Tebow, in his short career in the NFL, has 1 catch. 1. So that is not exactly enough information to tell whether or not he can actually do so. But we'll see. And I'm seeing a lot of people say, well, you know what? He still got that athleticism within him, you know. We saw when he was playing outfielder in baseball, so obviously he's got that. First of all, you can't compare an outfielder in baseball to an NFL tight end. Those are 2 different body types. They have it's night and day. It's night and day. So you can't compare that. Secondly, Tim Tebow, in his prime, when we first saw him, wasn't exactly the fastest guy. So what would you expect from a 34-year-old Tim Tebow? How athletic can you really say Tim Tebow is right now? So, again, all these aspects, I don't know if he can do it. I'm interested to see it because despite the fact that I'm confused as to why this is happening, but I'm not surprised. This is Urban Meyer. But despite the fact that I'm confused at seeing this, I'm definitely going to see how I want to watch this. I am very interested to see how this is going to go down because I want to see if he can pull it off. It would be interesting. It'd be very interesting if he can pull it off. A lot of people are expecting him to fail, and others who believe he can pull it off are sitting back and waiting to say, I told you so. When I was saying this back in the day, when you were first in the league, that you should have switched over to tight end, you didn't listen. Now all of a sudden, here you are a decade later, now you're listening. So we were right all along. No matter what, this is going to be an interesting situation to follow. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work out. I don't know. Well, obviously, you know, going through training camp, he's going to have to... most people are going to sit there and say he's not guaranteed a roster spot. But considering this is Urban Meyer, he's guaranteed a roster spot. Tim Tebow is Urban Meyer's guy. So he's guaranteed a roster spot. He will be on this roster. And we'll just have to see how this whole situation goes. Not going to lie, this is crazy. This is very crazy. Did not expect to see this. When I first heard of these reports, I was, kind of surprised to hear this man was willing to come back to play tight end, but I didn't take him too seriously. Although I did say that I wouldn't be shocked to see Urban Meyer make this move. This is the exact type of move we would see from Urban Meyer, especially when it comes to Tim Tebow, because he loves him some Tim Tebow. So that was expected to happen, but I really didn't think he was going to pull the trigger. I mean, bring him over to play tight end? That's... wow, I mean, that's a lot. You're asking a guy that hasn't been in the league in 8 years to play a position he's never played before in his life. Huh. This should be interesting. This should be very interesting. I'm very interested to see how this is going to go down. I really don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to think here. Other than next season, you got to watch the Jaguars play. I mean, Jacksonville football is going to be very interesting, not just because of Trevor Lawrence, but because of Trevor Lawrence and Tim Tebow. I mean, you have to see how this goes down. I just want to see how Tim Tebow is going to look on the field playing as a tight end. I can't imagine that right now. So I want to see if they can make this work. I got nothing against Tim Tebow. The decisions he made in his life, they seem to work out for him. At the end of the day, you know what? He didn't work out as a quarterback. He did win a playoff game. A lot of quarterbacks out here have been playing for years. They've never won a playoff game. Tim Tebow has won one. Won a playoff game, went to play baseball for a while, is respected on ESPN, was covering a lot of the college football, and now he's coming back to the NFL. I mean, the guy has pretty much lived a successful life. So if this is what he wants to do, this is what he wants to do. And if he can succeed in this, I mean, hey, it'll be interesting. I personally don't see how he's going to succeed as a tight end at this stage of the game. But I'm intrigued to see the effort he's going to put in and to see how it works out. For all we know, he could be very useful for the Jaguars. I don't see that happening, but it's a possibility. So we'll just see how the situation goes. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Tim Tebow play in the NFL, even though I know a lot of people believe he shouldn't even be there in the first place. But hey, when you got connections, you got connections. It is what it is. This is just how it works. With that being said, that's all I got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.